I am an artist, but I am also extremely interested in business, specifically how you can use the resources, tools, structures, and systems of business landscapes towards the creative industry and the creative world. And I just kind of want to talk a little bit about my experience navigating these two different types of work, because in entrepreneurship world, in business world, everything is very tactical. It's about volume, it's about numbers, it's about doing the actions, doing the things to get the things done, because you have agency and you can go out and you can build opportunity for yourself with those types of mindsets. Art and business are the same thing. Different mediums of the same thing, different languages of the same thing. Art is also like that. You go out and you create something that doesn't exist. You create opportunity for yourself through whatever work or expression or something you need to say that needs to come out of you. And as I'm kind of navigating my relationship with both, I more and more have instances of proof, evidence, where I'm like, these are different languages of the same thing. These are the same thing. This is all ultimately a me thing and a personal development exercise, in the sense of like, I am going through the exercise of interacting and building and creating and making and building business and making art, where it's becoming very apparent, like, these are the parts of me that need work in order for this thing to expand. And something that I've really struggled with is when I paint or sketch or write or make YouTube videos, make short form content, it's an active expression. It's just like something I have in me. I want to say it, I want to tell someone, I want to process it in some way. I need to like get it out of me. It's very selfish, it's very personal, and sometimes selfish helps other people and other times it's just about you. And business, I find, is very value driven. It's very much like, I am creating something that I saw a gap in. I saw the gap in the market. I see that this could help people. I'm going to build it so that it can help people. But it's also still based on like my interests and passions. And I want to use my online presence, because I'm still really new, for it's like, it's so fun because I feel like I get to talk to people and I get to meet people, and I'm small enough where it doesn't feel like you're like reaching out to someone, you know. It just feels like, yo, like, hey, I commented on your post. And that's a really good vibe for me, and I like it like that because it makes it feel like you're just like meeting and talking to friends. But other times I'm like, low key, this is my digital identity, like this is my digital footprint, it's my personal brand. Like, even if you're not meaning to, like, you are branding yourself in a certain way when you put your work out online. And I don't really know what I'm saying. I'm just kind of documenting this for myself, of like, right now what I'm kind of navigating is like, how much of it do I want to be an intentional personal brand of like, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm providing, this is what I'm selling, this is what I'm connecting with, this is the type of community I want, this is like my interest, this is what I love, this is what excites me about life. This is like, a lot of my Instagram, for example, is visual ideation. I'm like always dumping photos on my story of like, yo, this was cool, I like this, I like the colors in this, I like the way the sun hit the window in this. And that makes it just a digital studio space. And I've talked about this before, but I think sometimes I really get caught up in the fact that like, I should be more intentional, I should be more structured, I should be providing value in some way. Ultimately, value is in storytelling. That's like, all throughout human evolution, we have used storytelling as a tool and as a practice and as a behavior that allows us to co-evolve and learn from each other's experiences so that we can move forward as a species. And people shit on influencers. They're like, oh, like, they're not doing anything, they're making little videos. There's value there because there's value in storytelling, and people want to feel connected and they want to have insights from people they relate to about what happened to them so that they can apply those things to their life, or they can be inspired in some way to go do it themselves. And I am not an expert of anything. I'm not in a position to teach anything, and I'm not in a position to like say anything as the all true God. So sometimes when I'm making videos, I'm like, this is just my experience, you know, like, this is my personal experience with said thing, like, this is how I think about it, this is my perspective. And I catch myself sometimes, because like, sometimes I'm saying you but I mean me. I'm like talking and I'm like, you gotta do this, you gotta do this, and I'm like always talking to myself, and it's always a me thing. And yeah, anyways, I am just exploring this relationship with, ultimately, like, the internet has become a space where you are creating to connect, but you're also creating because you're building a world for yourself. and the type of people you interact with, and like the type of people you help, and the type of people that help you. And I think that I don't know yet what that means, and that's okay. I'm like still like it's allowed to be an ever-flowing process, and it doesn't have to be set in stone ever. I think that's part of the fear for me. Like I fear that like if I like start doing it a certain way, that it's like that becomes my brand, and like that's how people associate you, and that's because that's how it works. Like good branding is good associations consistently over time. And sometimes I look at my page and I'm like, oh, I love this about what I've said and done. And other times I'm like, did I actually say that? Like, girl, like, what did you say? Or like, I show up to camera and I'm always looking big. I'm like, I need to put in more effort in my appearance. And that, for example, is a perfect example of like something that I've struggled with my whole life. I don't know why. I just don't like fashion. I don't like dressing up. I don't like putting on makeup. But I need to put more effort in my appearance because it matters. Like how people perceive you in terms of like just taking care of yourself. That matters, because then I show up more confidently. I know I look good. I know I feel good. I know I'm gonna say something, you know? And I notice myself like looking like a slob, and I'm like, ah. But it's okay. It's fine. I'm getting better. Look, today I got these new glasses. They make me feel very librarian. And I'm sitting on my mom's porch, which I absolutely adore. And they left. And oh, that's another thing I've been navigating, is I am always around people, and I live with people, and I need to be alone in order to talk to camera in a confident way. I don't know why. Just like if someone's in the room listening to me, I'm gonna feel like they're listening to me and I'm talking to you, you know? And I really need like quiet space with no one around me to document and like talk and express myself. So I think I'm gonna get a studio space when I go back to LA and just like bite the bullet and kind of drop the cash on it, because I was hesitant for so long. I'm like, I don't need a whole ass studio. Yes, I do. I need to like go to work. I'm someone, I like to go to coffee shops. I can't work at home. I love to like go out and about and like be in a third space as I work, even though everything I do is digital and remote and on my devices. One second. I'm trying to think about like what the point of this video was so I can wrap it up, but I guess it's art for art or art for business, and those two are the same thing. I've been going back and forth of like, is it gonna be like a business? No, it's like you just making and being yourself. I'm always preaching about the life's work thing. Like I really don't think there's separation between work life and personal life. It's just life, and I'm learning from everything, and I'm collecting little nodes of information and data to apply to my work from my personal life, and vice versa. It all is symbiotically connected, and it's all building like a greater purpose of like how I love the world, how I interact with the world, how I give back to the world. And I think if you are struggling with navigating the relationship between business and money with your art, and like doing things because you want to build something, but also doing things because you just want to get it the fuck out of you and express something, the value and purpose of doing so is the expression for yourself. And if it helps someone else, great. If it doesn't, whatever. Yeah, art for art, art for business. I'm gonna find some type of balance where I get to do both, because I think that's the truth. Ultimately, that is the truth. It's about me, it's about expression, it's about letting that expression help people, and it's about letting the tools and systems and lessons that I've learned through business build over time, so that there's a lasting experience that exists outside of me, which is also what art is. So anyways, I'm saying nothing. I always like ramble and then I talk in circles and say the same thing over and over in a very vague way that's like not specific enough to actually do anything. Okay, goodbye. I love you. Let me know anything about life and what you're thinking. I like when it feels like very like a conversation and not just me yapping. Bye. Love you.